Man, you got to keep up on the maintenance of these tractors. That just helps prolong the life of them, keep stuff from wearing out and breaking down. Like today, we did a 10-hour check, a regular 50-hour check, and an 100-hour check. Hey there, folks. Justin here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are having a great day today. It's kind of chilly and windy up here in northwest Arkansas, up here on the Homestead today, but we ain't got a whole lot going on today, but what we are going to do, we're going to do a 100-hour service on my New Holland Workmaster 40. She's due. I'm a little over 100 hours. And today's the only chance I've had in the past week to really get to do the 100-hour service on it. So that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to walk around the tractor, get everything lubed up, check the fluids, and really, there's not a whole lot to a 100-hour service. Let me show you what we're going to go off of and show you the manual and what we're going to do. All right, folks, here's the maintenance chart we're going off today. So we'll be doing the every 10-hour or daily, every 50 hours, and 100-hour service. So looks like the first thing we're going to do on there today on the first 10 hours is check oil and check cooling system. So let's get after it. All right, folks, we're going to check the engine oil. I checked the oil on this the other day, but I'm going to go ahead and check it again since we're here and getting knocked out, so it should be ready to run tomorrow. So the track's a little dirty down here in the engine compartment. Been moving dirt and backfilling the house on the house built on the Homestead. But right there's the oil, so we're going to check right there where that pink dipstick is. We're going to check that and check the oil real quick. All right, folks, the oil checked out. It was full and she looked good and clean. You can see how that dirty that compartment is, but I went ahead and cleaned around the dipstick, so when I pulled it out, checked the oil, we didn't get no gunk down there in the oil. So next thing on the list we need to check is the coolant, and here's a coolant reservoir. There's a coolant reservoir right here. It looks like we're low in coolant. According to the book, we're supposed to be in between the low and the high mark right here, and I got some coolant in the truck, and I'm just gonna put some 50-50 in there and call it good. We're just gonna fill her up and stick her somewhere. Just try to get it right there in the middle. And right here's the cap. So the cap just pops off this booger right here. We'll pull that out and we'll put some more antifreeze in there in the overflow and get that knocked out. So let me go get the antifreeze and we'll get this part taken care of. All right, folks, got the antifreeze. We're just gonna top her off where she needs to be. Nothing too hard to do here. We just gotta pour this antifreeze in here. If we can get in there, here we go. Gonna fill this reservoir up a little bit. Right there, ought to do right there. Like I said, all I said they wanted was in between low and in between the high mark in that reservoir. So we got that good. Put that cap back on there. All right, folks, we got all the 10-hour checks done on the tractor. So next we're moving to the, gonna start working on the every 50-hour checks. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna lubricate all the grease fittings. So I'll take you with me while I'm climbing around all under the tractor and greasing all those fittings. So let's get on that and get that knocked out real quick. All right, folks, we're gonna hit our first grease fitting here. That's that front axle grease fitting. So let me get the grease gun and we'll get her under there and get her greased up. All right, folks, next two fittings we're going to hit is going to be the power steering cylinder, and you got a grease fitting on your left side, on the left side of your tractor, and your front tire on the top there, and then on the bottom cylinder you got another grease fitting. So let's hit this top cylinder, this top fitting on the cylinder first, and we'll crawl on the tractor and get the bottom cylinder. All right, there's the top. Now we're gonna get to the bottom part of the cylinder, power steering cylinder, and right there is that that grease fitting. Let's get this one knocked out. All right, folks, got the steering cylinder all greased up. Like I said, this is every 50-hour service you should be doing on these tractors, is grease, hitting these grease fittings. All right, folks, the third grease fitting we're going to hit here is on the clutch. And you can see the clutch fitting, grease fitting right there. So let's get that taken care of right there. Kind of tighten this tractor a little bit. I'm trying to get the best video I can of this for y'all folks. So let's get this. I'll tighten it up. All right, folks, clutch is done. Folks, a lot of times it just takes a couple pumps and you get all the grease you need. So don't really overdo it. You'll make a greasy mess on your tractor. You just watch it push a little bit of that old grease out, and then you're good to go. Like I said, sometimes it just takes 2 good pumps, and that's all you need. Just don't make a greasy mess of it out of your tractor. All right, folks, last one I'm going to hit here under the tractor is the brake pedal shaft. And as you can see, I always like to wipe off my fittings before I pump grease in there, make sure I'm not getting no dirt inside those grease fittings. So let's get this booger done so we can get out from under this tractor. Here we go. One good pump on that one, we got her. Like I said, always wipe that excess grease off good as possible. Like I said, you don't want a greasy mess on your tractor collecting dirt. That just, believe it or not, that's more wear and tear on your bearings and everything. You get the dirt and that grease tracks that dirt. So we'll get her cleaned up there. All right. Let's get out from under the tractor. All right, folks, I got all the grease fittings sitting under the tractor. All the grease fittings I got left on this tractor is what's on the loader and the bucket. But that'd be the last thing I hit. And I'll have to raise the bucket up and loader so I can get to all the grease fittings for that. But so I'm fixing to finish up the last part of the 50-hour check. Or 50-hour check, and that is checking the checking the differential fluid and the transmission fluid on these 40s, WorkMaster 40s. The hydraulic that runs the 3-point, the loader and the bucket and your transmission's all one reservoir. It's all runs off the same fluid. So I'll flip you around and show you where that dipstick is. So the transmission, hydraulic, differential fluid's all back here on the rear of the tractor, right there, right by the back right tire. We're gonna pull that out, look at it. It's clear, it's hard to see, but that dipstick's got 2 lines on it. As long as you're in between those 2 lines right there, a high and low line, you're good. But she looks good. All right, folks, one of the really only things you gotta do on a 100-hour service is drain the water out of your fuel filter. And all that is, here's your fuel filter canister. Your fuel filter's in there, and you just drain right here. So you just want to twist that. You just want to open that up until drain the water out. Let's loosen it up. Drain it until nothing but fuel comes out of it. Well, folks, that's pretty much it for 10-hour and every 50-hour and 100-hour service on this New Holland WorkMaster 40. Really, the only thing left to do is blow out my air filter, which I'll do that. So y'all need to make sure y'all do that too. And I'm going to grease my loader and my bucket and get all them grease certs. And I highly suggest on your bucket and your loader, if you're using your bucket loader every day, I'd highly suggest greasing them every day. But if you're not using it but every once in a while, every 10 hours, be good on that, hitting that when you're checking all your other fluids, your engine oil and your differential fluid and your coolant. Go ahead and hit them grease certs for your loader and your bucket. But other than that, that's about it. Not much to it. Pretty easy service job. So You know, it's always good to stay on top of that stuff to keep your equipment in tip-top shape and always working for you. But that's right. All right, folks, there we go. She's all done. Got her lubed up, greased up, oiled up, everything checked, topped off, blowed off. So she's good for the next 50 hours and good till the next 10 hours. And we'll just grease her and check fluids every 10 hours. And every 50 hours, we'll grease everything up again. And then, yeah, we're going to put her back to work. So, folks, appreciate you joining me today. And like I said, man, you got to keep up on the maintenance of these tractors. That just helps prolong the life of them, keep stuff from wearing out and breaking down. And like today we did a 10-hour check, a regular 50-hour check, and an 100-hour check. So, yeah, she's good to go. So I got a small hydraulic leak I got to figure out. I don't know if it's in my hydraulic manifold. I think it's just in a swivel fitting, but might just need to be tightened up, or it might just be the fitting itself. So that's the next thing I got to figure out. But hey, appreciate you joining me today. Hope y'all had a great day, and God bless y'all. Catch you on next one.